Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to do the OR program. Um, so what an OR program is going to do is allow you to, if you want to turn a motor on, you can press two different input devices and you'll get the same result. So you could press the button or you could press the limit switch. Or you could use a potentiometer or a bump switch, whatever. So first thing I want you to do is change your two things that you need to change every day. So you go to Robot and go to Platform Type and make sure you're on Natural Language Vex Cortex. Next thing, go to Robot, Communication Mode, and make sure you're on USB only. Once you've changed those two things, go ahead and open up your testbed program, your testbed loop. Mine doesn't say loop, but yours should say testbed loop. You open that program up and you should see your loop statement, and you probably have some other stuff in between, so just get rid of everything except for your loop statement. Now, we have the start of our code, and then this is our loop statement, and we're going to write our OR program in here in the middle. So before we get this done though, let's save this as an OR program. So go to File, Save As, and save it as OR program. I've already saved one here, so I'm not going to save it again, but you guys save it as OR program. So up at the top now it should say OR program for you guys. Again, mine says testbed because I didn't save mine, but you guys should. Alright, so you're going to have to just type this out. There's no drop for this, it's just straight typing it. And what you're going to type is if, open parenthesis, and we're going to use our limit switch and our bump. So I'm going to type in limit. So if, I'm sorry, I apologize. So if sensor value, so get rid of that limit part. If sensor value, square bracket, limit, close square bracket, equals 1. So what it's going to say is if the limit switch is pressed, so it's gone from 0 to 1, so if the limit switch is pressed, whatever is underneath here is going to happen. Now, we're also going to put an OR program. So OR is the backslash right above the enter key on your keyboard. So I'm going to hit shift and then backslash twice, and you'll see I get two vertical lines. That's your OR command. So we're going to put in sensor value again. Square bracket, bump, close square bracket, equals 1, close parenthesis. So if the limit switch equals 1 or the bump switch equals 1, then whatever happens underneath here is going to happen. So let's write a simple code. We're just going to have two motors turn on. So I'm going to open up my natural language. I'm going to drag out two start motors. I'm going to drag out a wait time. And then I'm going to drag out two stop motors. I'm going to name my motor ports right motor, left motor. And then the speeds are going to be 63 and -63. I'm going to have it run for 2 seconds, so 2000. And then I'm going to stop both these motors. Now, what we're saying here again is if the limit switch equals 1 or the bump equals 1, then this is going to happen. Now, I'm going to hit F7, and it looks like it's going to run all right. But I did forget one thing. Since we're running a sub-program here, so this is its own kind of like program. It's always kind of searching for this. So it needs to have its own set of brackets as well. So underneath that if statement, I'm going to put an open bracket, and then at the bottom, I'm going to have a closed bracket. Now, as we start writing code that's a little bit more complicated, you're going to have more of these open brackets and closed brackets on your screen. So one thing that you can do to kind of help simplify it is use this tool called the format whole file. So if I click on that, it just kind of indents stuff and moves it around so that all of your brackets sort of line up. And it's easier to see than if you forgot something or you left something out or whatever. So I'm going to hit F7 again, compiled my program, it all looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and hit F5, download it, and see if it works. If it works, you can either press the limit switch and your motor will turn on for 2 seconds, or you can press your bump switch and it'll turn on for 2 seconds. If it doesn't work, then check to make sure you have everything plugged in correctly, all that stuff. Once you have it working, come back, show me, and I'll check it off for you.